Hi, everybody. My name's Jason.
I'm Caden.
I'm Eli.
I'm Jaden.
And we are the Yahuwah and the Torah channel. And we thank you guys very, very much for being a part of us. We thank you very much for listening in to our little readings that we do. And we are your family. If you guys will accept us, we are glad to take you guys in as our family. And we, again, appreciate all our brothers and sisters out there. We are the family that believes, based upon what Scripture says, from Genesis all the way to the end of Revelations, that everything in the Bible is pertinent to us today. Especially the first 5 books of the Bible, and especially the Besorah, the good news, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And between these 9 books is the road to salvation. Without any other books, it doesn't matter. You don't need any other books in Scriptures to do it. But you do need the 9. You need the first 5 books as your guidebook for life, because that tells us everything that we are supposed to do to get to this kingdom to come. And if we are nailing the laws, statutes, and commandments to the tree, or nailing it to the cross, or not caring about it, and living a life like demons live, then there's not going to be a second Exodus. There's not going to be anything other than what Messiah Yahushua said, which is departing from him because you are Torahless. So this is what we are trying to do, is we're trying to convince anyone who will listen that the Torah is for all people. We're trying to convince anybody who will listen that the guidebook for life is right before us. And you're not going to be convinced by anybody on YouTube or Odyssey or Rumble or anything like that. You're only going to be convinced when you actually pick up the book and you start reading it for yourself. And what we have told people, if you've never read the Scriptures from the front of the book to the end of the book, now's the time. Pick it up. Let's start reading it. And this is where you will find the heart, mind, and soul of our Creator. And there's nowhere else. You have to find it in His writings, in His Word, in the ways that He has spoken to us, and the ways that He wants us to live. Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Good.
How's life out in the middle of a jungle?
Good.
Everyone good?
Yeah.
Any jungle stories? Any crazy madness? Anything wild? Do we have anything to tell the people? Anything cool? That's a
I
no.
don't think
It's like,
anything. No, thank you. I don't think I got anything.
if we had some cricket sounds, that would be good background as I'm asking you guys this stuff. Anyone have a joke?
I do.
You do? Wow. I can't cue the...
You can't do this one.
Okay, don't say it, Jade. All right, here we go, Eli. What do we got?
What do you call a confused bee?
A confused bee. All right, Cubs, this is for us. He buzzes. A confused bee. He's a buzzy bee. I don't know. What do you got? Cage, you got anything?
No. A maybe.
A maybe. Oh, a confused bee. I get it. That's funny. That's good. How'd you know this one, Jade?
Yeah, I talked about it the other day.
Oh, did you tell him the joke?
No.
Oh, did you look this up? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. All right, well, that's it. Thank you there very much, Eli. I appreciate that. Guys, this is Yah Scriptures. I'm always going to plug this, even though we are struggling right now on the printing side of it. We are rocking and rolling. We are going to find the absolute very best printers that we are able to find. Right now, it's $64. We're getting all these new quotes in there. I have no idea if it's going to go up. It will not go down. But $64 if you guys want to get your order in right now. We are going to honor everybody that ordered at the original prices, everything. So if you guys have an order in and you guys have ordered to this point and you guys have kept it in here, regardless if the Bible ends up costing us $100, you're going to get it for that same price. And so the price for you guys, for everybody who pre-orders at the 64 will not change. Boss Clan is going to get books out. We will not fail this. It's taking us some time. It's taking us longer than we thought. We had it wrapped up, but it is we're learning some lessons in the world of printing. So it is on its way. In the meantime, you guys, if you guys can download anything on any device, this is where you can find it right here. This is on yahscriptures.com. The same version that we're printing off. The 2 top downloads are the same book we're printing off. It is the regular 66 at the top, and it is also the entire Apocrypha. There's also the eSword module, version 1.04. It is already, many people use the eSword module. Many people love it. Lots of people live on it, and so we were real impressed when we found out people were really using this a lot. And so there it is. If you guys want any books right now, they are available. These ones are available on Amazon right now, and we've had a few of these. 100% of all revenues go into the Brothers and Sisters in Chains ministry that we are doing, where we are attempting to get these scriptures into prisons en masse for free, so that our brothers and sisters have the restored name of our Creator available to them. Okay, gentlemen, give me a breakdown of where we're at. We are in SHEMU'EL. It's chapter 11. What has happened to get us to this point?
Well, after Moses, we had Joshua. Then we had a lot of judges. People kept sinning, going astray, and then they're in captivity against the Philistines. At the end of the book of Judges, we go into Samuel. We have a woman named Hannah. She cries Yahuwah for a child. Yahuwah gives her a child. She dedicates him to Yahuwah, and he is raised under a priest named Eli. Eli has 2 sons that are fully grown, that are evil. They keep doing wicked things and doing evil against people. They end up getting cursed, and they all 3 of them die because Eli didn't punish his children. Shemuel is now older. He is leading the people. He's basically kind of like a king. And then the people see that Shemuel's sons, they are grown and they are doing evil, so they know that they aren't going to lead them like Shemuel, so they beg for a king. And Shemuel doesn't want to give them a king, that's going against Yah, but Yah tells them to give them a king. And they anoint the first king of Israel, King Saul.
King Shaul. King Shaul was heads and feet above anyone else. Real tall guy. Kind of excuse me. Sorry, folks. Still dealing with the tail end of this cold. Common, average cold. So we are... King Saul was like Prince Charming, right? He was like this probably a really good looking dude, head and feet above everyone else, and he was what people would follow. Okay, so here we are, 11, and I didn't read this, so if I make a lot of mistakes, my apologies. It's been a wild morning. Okay, and Nakash, the Ammonite, came up and camped against Yabesh Gilead, and all the men of Yabesh said to Nakash, "Make a covenant with us, and we shall serve you." Then Nakash, the Ammonite, answered them, "For this I make a covenant with you, that I dig out all your right eyes, and I shall bring reproach on all Yisrael." Wow, that's a good deal, huh? Like a smoking deal right there, huh? Okay, so it doesn't sound like this dude wants to do any kind of deal with these dudes. And the elders of Yabesh said to him, "Leave us alone for 7 days, so that we send messengers to all the borders of Yisrael. And then, if there is no one to save us, we shall come out to you." And the messengers came to Gibeah and Shaul and spoke the words in the hearing of the people. And all the people lifted their voices and wept. All right, anybody want to go hang out with Yabesh?
No, this is bad deist.
It's Nekash. Actually, the elders of Nebesh. Okay, so they camped against Yabesh Gilead. Yabesh is this town,
right? And Nakash is the bad dude.
Yeah, Nakash is the crazy dude that wants to dig their eyes out. He wants to dig out all their right eyes.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to say.
Well, this is interesting. The people are actually leaving this as an option, right? So we know we're gonna lose our right eye, but hey, let's go talk about this. This dude, if we want to hang with this dude, he just wants to dig out our right eye. That's cool.
I wonder how long Saul was king before he had to go out against this dude.
I don't know. Okay, 5. And look, Shaul was coming behind the herd from the field, and Shaul said, and I missed my spot. And Shaul said, "Why are the people weeping?" And they related to him the words of the men of Yabesh. And the Ruach of Elohim came upon Shaul mightily, and he heard these words, and his displeasure burned greatly. And he took a yoke of cattle and cut them in pieces, and sent them throughout all the border of Yisrael by the hand of messengers, saying, Whoever does not go out with Shaul and SHEMU'EL to battle, let this be done to his cattle. And the reverence of Yahuwah fell on the people, and they came out as one man. All right, so he took a yoke of cattle and cut them in pieces. How much is a yoke of cattle? It's just two, just in a yoke of cattle. So he grabbed two of them and cut these things into pieces. What do you guys think that looked like?
It takes a while, man. That's a process.
Is it? I mean, it doesn't need to cut up into little pieces. How hard would it be to cut an arm of a cow off?
That wouldn't take too long.
Halfway if you have a sharp knife or machete.
Really skilled and multiple people.
Yeah, it didn't say they're skinning them. It just says he's cutting them up, and so that's different than skinning them of what we know. I think he just killed the cows. I don't think he sent them beefsteaks. I think he sent them like legs and hooves, and dude gets a shoulder, some guy gets a head, somebody gets all the little pieces, I think is what we're talking about here. Because, if somebody sent you a steak and said, hey, you have a barbecue or something, people are like, oh, okay, thank you. Okay, 8. Actually 7. No, it is. And the reverence of 8. And he mustered them in Bezek, and the children of Yisrael were 300,000, and the men of Yehuda 30,000. All right, so 330,000 people came because of the steak incident. And they said to the messengers who came, say this to the men of Yabesh Gilead. Tomorrow by the time the sun is hot, you shall have help. Then the messengers came and informed the men of Yabesh, and they rejoiced. So the men of Yabesh said, tomorrow we come out to you, and you shall do to us whatever seems good to you. And it came to be on the next day that Shaul put the people in 3 companies. And they came into the midst of the camp in the morning watch and smote Ammon until the heat of the day. And it came to be that those left were scattered, so that no 2 of them were left together. And the people said to Shemu'el, who said, shall Shaul reign over us? Bring the men so that we put them to death. But Shaul said, no man is put to death this day, for today Yahuwah has wrought deliverance in Israel. And Shemu'el said to the people, come, and let us go to Gilgal and renew the reign there. And all the people went to Gilgal, and there they appointed Shaul to reign before Yahuwah in Gilgal. And there they made slaughterings of peace offerings before Yahuwah. And there Shaul rejoiced, and all the men of Israel very greatly. All right, so what's happening here in 12 and 13? Anyone see this? And the people said to Shemu'el, and I guess this is only for Jade, because nobody else has scriptures.
I don't feel like they would. Did they go to the war? Didn't talk about like going to war with this dude.
And the people said to Shemu'el, who said, shall Shaul reign over us? Bring them in. Oh, okay, so they're talking about everybody who didn't in Israel who did not want Shaul to reign. They were going to go and bring all their brethren and have them killed.
And then he says, no man is put to death for who has learns, but did they just go and like wipe out the
Yeah, they wiped out all
so they're not considering them as people, the other nations.
Yeah, no, they're not. That's not who they're talking about. They went and...
We see like a very kind side of Shaul that we don't see for very long, but it's a very...
Dude, he just went and killed the whole...
I know, but like
people.
to his own people, he's not like a ruthless ruler. He's not evil. He's not like prideful.
Dude,
like
Saul was famous, man. People loved Saul
was
forever.
a good dude for a while.
Yeah, he was. He was a good dude for a long while.
He's just power corrupting people over time.
And I guess, that's the lesson that all of us can take, is that we can fall into grace and favor of our Creator, but you can also fall completely out of it, and to the point where you became the storyline of something that's not good. So, all right, gentlemen. Anyone else have anything?
I don't think so. I think that's all for today.
All right. Well, everybody, we thank you guys very, very much. We hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you, Yah willing, tomorrow. Much love.
All right. Shalom.